So, how did you get this?
A gentleman never tells.
That's why I'm asking you, Caspian.
You know me so well. It was just left lying around, totally unguarded, for anyone to find. Can you even imagine?
No.
Well, is it even that important? After all, finders keepers.
Something tells me you're going to be in a lot of trouble for taking this.
Sounds like fun. Care to join me?
Okay, so for anyone who is not understanding what this is, first of all, these are Abyssal warriors, just like we got the Pyro warriors. This obviously is Caspian. He apparently seems to be able to shoot with his sword for some reason. I'm guessing he shoots like clones of his sword or something. In this section here, he does this, he summons a sword, and then he shoots it. You can see he shot something, but he still has the sword in his hand. Now, it does have a physical handle, so I'm guessing that this ends up being able to be shot. And here, this belongs to the Abyssal Queen. Pretty darn sure. There it is. That is the crown of the queen. It's there again, but this time it's hard to see. I guess the best part to see it is right there. Who's this quality though? But that is the same piece, yeah. And I'm guessing that... I'm just gonna be honest. This is either them joking around like, hey, he's telling the story like it was just laying around, right? But at the same time, it's just so stupid because, like, you come here and there's a chest and in the middle of a city, just there, with a piece of the crown of the Abyssal Queen. Sure. Apparently what he says is that, you know, he went in there and basically just vultured these guys. And he got the Abyssal Queen's thing. But another thing that it doesn't make any sense is that this guy seems to work together with Lilith. So why would he steal the piece from the Abyssal Queen that gave the powers to Lilith in the begin with? And he's saying that he's counting on problems? What? He wants this Abyssal Queen to leave Lilith alone? To... Is he trying to do her a favor? No, because if that was the thing, he wouldn't be talking to Sati. No, he just clearly wants to steal it, and he's basically just flexing to Sati, which is another person who's stealing stuff. To give it to Lilith. First of all, it doesn't make any sense that it's there to begin with. Like, why did she lost that piece of the crown? Second of all, why is it standing in the chest in the middle of nowhere? Third of all, why are these guys actually going for it? Simple Abyssal warriors or some crap. You can get a gun and shoot both of them and that's it. And like, but the Abyssal Queen can't go there and get her herself? So I'm guessing what? She needs to be summoned with that piece into the real world, like similar to what Ram. But then why does she have the crown when, like, and how does she get together with Lilith? Does Lilith die, go to the pyre, and then she gives her the power? Just similar to what happened with Dredge, where Dredge dies, goes into basically the pyre, but the Kraken, so an Abyssal Lord, by the way, just gives him the power and gives him back in, and puts him back onto the world of the living. There are portals open to the Abyss everywhere at the state of that apocalypse. No, but the Yagarath thing has nothing to do with the Abyss. That doesn't make any sense, because like Yagarath wants to destroy the world. Why would she go together with the Abyss? The Abyss wants the exact same thing, yes, but they are pure evil. They will not share. And still, what's the point of a piece from the Abyssal Queen standing inside of a chest in the middle of the city, bro? You're trying too hard? Of course I'm trying too hard. I want this to be actually logical. Listen, I got myself into the lore for a very specific reason. You can make something very small and just look amazing, have a ton of information, have a ton of little secrets. You can have this 55 seconds trailer, which is more like 50 seconds, less than 50 seconds if you take away the outro and the intro. Just with those 50 seconds, they gave us a portion of the story, and I like that. But there's just so many loose ends that make no sense, and that's why I'm looking too hard into it, because I want to understand whether or not it was intentional or just a mistake. Man's not hot. I mean, you see it dash. I like the fact they created the Abyssal Warriors instead of just having Abyssal Lords showing up everywhere. This actually makes a little bit more sense. I would love for this to be a skin, but for who? He has electrical hands. So either A, new champion, which wouldn't make a lot of sense since there's two of them, or B, Grok not it, and Mondi not it either. It does have to, it does look like to be, okay, so we know the sword is literally physical, like those little crystals he creates are physical. These tattoos, I'm trying to understand them. He has the symbol, is that the symbol of the magistrate on his cape in the back? Right there, what is that symbol? A creepy ray. I think those humans are trying to recover the crown and they stop there just to check the crown is there, and then Caspian come and vulture them. No, not the way that we're looking into this. We're looking into them and they're just like, they're curious. They're trying to check what's in the chest. I'm guessing they were there to try to retrieve it. Like, what are you telling me that they went into a place, catch the chest, which by the way still doesn't make any sense why a portion of the Abyssal Queen that saved Lilith, who's the Lilith is, you know, friends with Caspian here, just like what, they retrieved the chest, then now they decided to stop randomly in an open location, by the way, just saying. Like, yes, that is 101 on transporting important valuable items, just saying. Just, you know, just stop in the middle of the open. Just, when you guys play Realm Royale, remember, just stop right in the middle of the open, stand there, and just relax, okay? So yeah, they retrieve the chest, they stop there to check what's in the chest, instead of actually checking before they remove the chest, you know, running the risk of maybe, like, bringing the wrong chest, or the chest that, you know, if it's such a simple piece and he's holding it in his hands, and so is Sati, this means that this doesn't bring any sort of threat for them to handle in their hands, like the Infinity Stones or some crap, right? So tell me, why would they actually transport the chest to begin with, Diablo? And there you go. Will they make a video trying to decipher the trailer? Oh, we're already doing that. I'm gonna grab this entire portion, just slam it up on YouTube and see what people are gonna think of it as well. I want them to see how I'm thinking of it and how they think of it as well. My theory is the Abyssal warrior just stole the chest and Caspian was trying to stop them, but then he decided to steal it himself. They stole the chest from where? They stole it from a place and just stop in the middle of the open to check what's inside of that chest? And just random Abyssal warriors stole a chest that has something that it's actually related to them? They know for sure what's inside that chest. That's for sure. The most logical thing would be, like, maybe, just maybe, somebody placed that there on purpose. So that somebody, by accident, ends up summoning the Abyssal Queen. Right? So either A, this entire story is just a visualization of what, he's saying, and so it's just, it's a chest in the middle of the road, but in reality it was not exactly like that. Maybe there was no Abyssal warriors to begin with, and he just got, and found the chest with it. Or B, it could be Ceres again trying to mess up with stuff. So, knowing that a way to summon the Abyssal Queen to the real world, it would be to, again, trick somebody and to use an Abyssal item to open a portal and summon it. And maybe Caspian here is gonna be the unlucky bastard to do that. Maybe doesn't even know this belongs to the same person who gave the powers to Lilith, right? So she just planted a chest in the middle of nowhere, and these Abyssal warriors, they can go around. Notice that they have the Abyssal symbols on their heads, which means it could be a thing that, allows them to be temporary in this world or something. It's the Abyssal symbol, so exactly. And so they were drawn to it, and now they went to collect it to bring it back to the Abyss or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, because they're clearly just opening the chest for the first time and looking into it. So why are they in there to begin with? If it is a trap to try to bring this Abyssal Queen into the world, maybe then they are not aware that Ceres is trying to do that? And Ceres just planted the chest there with that crown in there. Somebody, by accident, grabs the item and ends up summoning the Abyssal Queen into the world? Just like what happened with Rom? I don't know, it seems I'm looking too much into this, and yes, there's definitely a lot of theories here that I'm just slamming them all over, but, I mean, let's be honest. Unless this is not actually a real item and it was just a trick, but that wouldn't make any sense either. How did these guys end up showing up for it? Why are they there? Right? And, why is let me hear what Caspian says again.
So, how did you get this?
A gentleman never tells.
That's why I'm asking you, Caspian.
You know me so well. It was just left lying around, totally unguarded.
See, it was just left lying around. This is a trap. This is 100% a trap. So, I'm almost certain that Ceres is either still pulling the strings and try to get as much as Abyssal lords into the realm so they can then just destroy everything. Because remember that one of the things that the Zahn said was, after he dealt with Yagarath, was you either now deal with what's going on with the Abyss. Sorry about the dog. You either deal now with what's going on the Abyss, or I'm just gonna burn everything. Good or bad, everything dies. Everything just gets burned, right? So he'll come back if we don't deal with the things. So, maybe, just maybe, the entire reason we see Leon trying to ask Lilith to come back was because maybe she tried to fight Corvus over his dagger, went a bit too rough on him, ended up killing the guy. Now they tried to bring him back, but they now have his dagger, so that, first of all, Karn isn't just gonna be like, oh yeah, you killed my son, now I want the key to the realm back. So that would make a lot more sense. I'm gonna apply to write the story of Paladins for Hyris. I'm gonna ask them if there's a position open for that. All right, but either way, that is all done, and now this is all going on YouTube. So have fun deciphering it because I already had my time. Hey Macarena, Macarena. Well, what is Caspian's weapons made of? It's like some sort of an energy crystal. The handle seems to be creating those crystals, and you can either shoot it or it shoots like energy from that crystal. But remember that at the start of the trailer, you can clearly see that it's forming the... Like, let me show you here, just so you have an idea here. See? It forms the crystal. So this handle here seems to create some sort of a crystal. And based on the color, I wouldn't be surprised this is a weapon from the Abyss again. You see the type of crystal that it is, just like the same one on top of their heads. I would not be surprised this was a weapon also given by the Abyss to the group that was with Lilith. And if you guys remember, Lilith was together with two other characters, one of them being Caspian, which means that the other character is also going to be a new champion. Plus, the cards that we see on the website for Lilith, right? We get to see the Abyssal Queen right here with the crown, which means this is definitely a character. Now we're 100% sure. This is definitely going to be a character. Why would they tease us with Caspian grabbing a piece of their crown? What's the point? And I wouldn't be surprised this is the exact same person who's on the Azan's walls. So somebody who fell from the pyre, maybe? A fallen angel? You know, fallen pyre lord that became the one on the world to be one of the kings and queens? There's a lot of story here. They have so much to work with. Let's just hope that they actually know what to do with it. All right.